Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you exactly what I do from start to finish for a full glam look. I'm going to include everything on my face except for my eyeshadow. I will link in the description below for my eyeshadow tutorial, but I'm just going to show you what I do when I'm going to a special event, or if I know that pictures are going to be taken, or I'm just going out with the girls for the night. This makeup lasts on me all day, and it's sweat proof, and it's budge proof. It's not going anywhere, so just keep watching. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Keep on watching. When I'm getting ready to go out, or if I'm going to a special event, I usually have music playing in the background, but I'm not going to do that today because it's just me and you. Me and you. Okay, so I always put back my hair, and I'm wearing a tank top today that I do not care about because I tend to get makeup everywhere when I'm doing like a full face of makeup. So I wear something that I don't really care about, so if I get foundation on it, it's okay. It's like my makeup shirt. I've already washed and moisturized my face, and I will link in the description below exactly what products I used. So now it's time for primer. So I'm going to be a little high maintenance today, and I'm going to use two different primers. I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which is a hydrating primer, and also the PORE Fessional by Benefit in my, where I get the most pores, so around my nose, on my chin, and right on my forehead. So these two primers. So first I use my Benefit primer. I just put a little bit on my finger there, and I just dab it where I want it, and then I really smear it in there to make sure it gets into my pores. Now I take the hydrating primer, and I do like 2 squirts, and I just kind of rub it in between my hands, and I just put it in the places where I didn't put the Professional Pore filler primer, and a little bit on my neck. And because I have dry skin, I always go in with a moisturizing primer, but you'll just have to find out which primer works best for your skin. Next thing that I do is I take my NARS concealer pen in Custard Medium 1. It's just like that, and if I'm having like a really bad skin day, I just kind of put it on any blemishes that I might have, and around my nose for the redness there. And a little, sometimes I get some acne right here, so you want to make sure you get your neck as well. And then I just use my finger and I just tap it in. If you have a lot of pigmentation on your skin, you can use a color corrector, but I've just never found one that I really like that doesn't really dry out my skin, so that's completely up to you. The next thing I do is my foundation. So I love the Milk foundation. I've been wearing it probably since it came out, and I love this. It's a full coverage foundation, and I have the color Golden Light, and it's a matte foundation, but I don't think it's that matte. But I just take a little palette and I just squeeze a little bit on there, and I just kind of dot it around my face. A little goes a long way with this foundation. And then I take a little buffing brush and I just tap that into my skin, pulling it downwards. And then the next thing I do is my concealer. So today I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Fair. And I'm going to use this as a primer on my eyes and really brighten up the face today. So I'm just going to use a little bit. And I'm the kind of person that likes to do one eye at a time. So I'm just kind of highlighting the points of my face that I want to be captured by the light. And I'm just bouncing that concealer in with my Real Technique sponge, just getting a little tiny corner piece to push it all in. And I'm going to bring it on my eye as well. Okay, so now that I have my concealer on and my foundation and all my wet products are done, I'm going to go and set my face. So I like to set my face with the Cover FX powder. I know that people never talk about this powder, but I actually really love it. It is a blotting powder, but I use it to set my face, just the areas where I put on bronzer and blush. And then I use the Coty Airspun to set where my concealer is. So what I do is I use the back part of my sponge right here, and I just press it into the powder. And you can see I have a decent amount on there, and I press it into my skin. And as you can see, my whole face is set except for my under eyes, and it just looks so smooth on my skin. Like, I just look like I have baby skin right now because it's so smooth, just because I pressed that powder in. And now I take the Coty Airspun. This is the translucent powder. Yes, this is the translucent powder. And I just take the same sponge and I flip it over. And I just take a whole bunch of that product and I'm going to bake. So what I do is I just stamp it right where my concealer is. And also down the bridge of my nose. And I don't do my chin. My chin can get really dry sometimes, so I don't do that. Okay, so people bake while they do their eye makeup all the time. Sometimes I can do that, sometimes I can't. Because I have dry skin in the winter, I can't bake like that. Just my under eye area will just get way too dry. But in the summer, I can do that. So now that my skin is a little more hydrated than usual, I can get away with baking while I do my brows and my eye makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes, and I'll be back to show you the rest of the face. Okay guys, so my eye makeup is done. I used the Morphe Jacklyn Hill palette in Dark Magic. So if you want to see that, I will link it below and up in the tag for you. So right now we're just going to finish my base or my makeup on my face. So the first thing I'm going to do, well, I already wiped away the powder because I did my lash line. And now I'm going to bronze my face. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. contour palette, which I love this palette. I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to contour. So I'm going to carve out exactly where I want my contour. So I'm just kind of placing it there first. I'm also going to bring it around my forehead. I'm going to use this brush and I'm just going to blend it out. So that way it's still there, you can still see it, but it's really blended. So it's not as noticeable that there's a contour there. So now I'm going to warm up my face, and I'm going to do this using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. And I'm going to use this brush right here. This is just like an e.l.f. fluffy brush. I think it's actually a blush brush. I like it for warming up the face. And I just put that on top of my bronzer just to really warm up that area of my face. And today for blush, I think I'm going to use the Cargo Blush in Canese. And I'm going to use this blush brush. It's like an orangey blush, which I think will be really pretty for this look. I'm just going to put it right here and a little bit swooped back, right above my bronzer, and a little swooped back, then a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. So for my highlight, because I want a super intense highlight, I'm going to spray my brush. So I'm going to use the highlight Ofra Rodeo Drive. This is super intense gold highlight, which I think will be perfect for this look. Ooh, grab some on my brush, and I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm just going to put that right above my bronzer and blush, and then swoop it back. And I like to bring up a little bit right here as well. Whew. You can see that highlight. So now we're going to go with lipstick, and I think this lipstick color should be like a nude color. Okay, now I just spray my face with my favorite setting spray, which is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix setting spray, and just give it a good douse. Okay, and this is the final look. What do you guys think? And I kept it very simple on my face, but full coverage, and this won't budge through the whole day. This is what I usually do for my face makeup, and then the eyes always change. It just depends on maybe what I'm wearing or where I'm going, what I'm doing. So that will always change. So these are just like my go-tos when I'm getting ready for like a night out or an event or something. Let me know in the comments below if you like these kind of videos, and I can do some more looks for you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out my video on how to get this eye look. This eye look will be up in a couple days, so I'll link it down below for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.